Alright guys, so let's get right into the video. So like I was saying guys, I'm going to be giving you the real expectations of what really goes down when you start a wholesaling business. Now, that being said, I don't want this to sound discouraging. I mean, I'm currently running the business as we speak right now. Not planning to get out of the business anytime soon, but obviously there's a lot of misleading information from what's talked about in the internet. Now that I run the business myself, and I really understand what goes down, I can shine some light for those of you guys that are actually looking into starting a wholesaling company or might already started and haven't got your first deal yet. So first thing first, if you're looking for passive income, please stop right now. One of the top expectations that I had starting the business was one of those where, you kind of think as yourself as a CEO of a company, you're buying properties, you're, selling properties to investors and everything is pretty, but that's not really what it's like. When you get started, you guys have to find what the best way of marketing is for your market. And once you find the best marketing channel for your market, you really have to dial the phones. I mean, we're talking about thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of calls that were made before we actually got a consistent flow of leads and we actually got deals to close. We got really lucky when we started. We found one of those so-called low-hanging fruits where it's just really easy. I mean, the homeowner was really distressed. She was, going through a lot. The owner of the house was literally in bed dying. And, we kind of just went there and locked it up and, sold the property around 30 days later for like $12,000. So it's possible. That's why in the beginning of the video I said, for those of you that need to make some money ASAP, this is something that you guys can really try out because there is still those low-hanging fruits out there. But if you're looking to run your business on those deals, you're bound to go out of business very quick. So for sure, that was definitely one of the first misconceptions that I had with the business. Nothing is really that easy. I've heard stories of people that, it takes them 30 days, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6, even 8 months to close their first deal. I can see why. You can definitely get discouraged after 6 months of cold calling and not a single person closes. So I can see why. All right, the second misconception that I had going into the business was definitely that, I went in with the mindset that I was ready to make $1 million in a week, and it really didn't turn out that way. Closed somewhere around a little bit over $100,000 for the year, which it's not bad. I mean, we just started. It's only been 8 months since we started. We started in April of 2020, and we've got hit with a lot of things like the shutdown, Corona, no meetings. So we obviously had a lot of drawbacks. And I think that's one of the reasons why we didn't do $250,000 or maybe $500,000 this year. I do want to help you guys understand that we are freaking beasts. Like, we made hundreds of calls every single day for months. I'm talking about months. And this is still learning. We didn't know how to negotiate. I mean, we've lost deals, we've lost deals because we offer the homeowner too high. You would think that, that could get you a deal, but we've lost deals every single type of way that you can think of. So obviously a lot of the drawbacks that we had were because we weren't ready, and we also pay some people in the internet, some of these mentors that know what they're doing, and that really set us back a few months because, they were giving us the wrong information and they wanted us to do the business, a passive way, which really doesn't work. I mean, I'm telling you, if you're not on the phone making calls or sending direct mail, if you have a nice budget, you're just gonna be sitting home, doing nothing. The third misconception I had with the business going in was definitely the timeline it takes to do things. So like I said in the beginning of the video, we got lucky, our first 2 deals that were kind of low-hanging fruits. The homeowners were in really distressed situations where they just needed money ASAP. As long as you show up and you breathe, I'm telling you, you can close those deals. They're not the hardest. But the real deals are not that easy, So that was one of the biggest things that kind of set us back a lot. Our first 2 deals were the easiest thing in the world. So we have this mindset like, oh my God, we're about to make a gazillion dollars in this business. I mean, this is really, really easy. That was nothing further from the truth. So we actually went like 2 to 3 months without closing a single deal. We were getting leads and our pipeline was really, really growing, but we didn't really know how to negotiate, how to move those leads forward, how to actually grab those people, seek out the motivation, why they want to sell, and just move them forward and actually close the deal. You know, so we actually caught on maybe like 3rd, 4th, 5th month of running the business on how to actually do that. And then we closed our 3rd deal, 4th deal, 5th deal, and then we kind of got used to it. I mean, there was a lot of things that drew us back, you know, like I told you guys, having the wrong mentor and not having the right guidance, you know, where we pretty much had to figure everything out. And mind you, Corona was also still going on, so we kind of had to invent this new way of business. I mean, there's a lot of virtual wholesaling out there, but like we took virtual wholesaling to like the max this year, you know, because there was literally no meetings. You know, everybody was scared to let you in their house. Tenants did not want to give you permission. Tenants were not paying, so it changes like the whole entire structure of the business. We kind of had to figure things out as we went. Number 4, I think we're at number 4. Well, this is the 4th thing that I really had no idea that it was gonna be this way. But if you want to have a life, do not start wholesaling, okay? I mean it. I mean, a lot of people say that you can do this business, you know, part-time, and I believe you can. I mean, if you're sending out, you know, direct mail and it takes you 2 hours to do that, and you're using a template, and you're also just, you know, paying somebody to go ahead and just put bandit signs out there, you're definitely gonna get a deal eventually. And basically you're doing it part-time, but it's gonna take you a long time to do that, and you have to have a really big budget to do that. I'm sure most of the people that are, you know, gonna be looking to start a wholesaling business are most likely looking to make the capital themselves, so you guys are not starting with that much capital. So you know, I really understand, you know, that you don't really have the money necessary to send out 5,000 letters a month and pay somebody to do bandit signs. So, you know, you have to do it the old-fashioned way. You either door knock or you cold call, which is the cheapest way to do this business. And if you're gonna cold call or door knock, I'm telling you, I mean, part-time is just gonna take you a really long time to do this. If you're not putting a lot of time into cold calling and negotiating skills and reading books and, you know, just really trying to really learn and understand the business, it's gonna take you a really long time to close that first deal. So one thing that can really close the gap to your first deal is the amount of time that you dedicate into the business. And when I say time, I'm really talking about, you know, 8 hours, you know, 9, 10, 12 hours per day. And, you know, a lot of people think that they're actually doing things, meanwhile they're just, you know, going through their day without really getting much done. So track your time. I mean, that's like one of the most beneficial things that I can give you. Track the time and what it is that you're actually doing. And like one of my biggest tips for, you know, maybe getting a deal a lot faster would be just 2 things. You know, cold call a lot, and then when you're not cold calling, you're either learning how to cold call or you're practicing how to cold call. Okay, so you can either role play with yourself, role play with a friend, role play with your business partner, role play with your brother, sister, I don't care, but just practice, because once you are ready for certain things that sellers are going to be giving you, I'm telling you, it gets a lot easier. I mean, you know, there was a lot of different leads, a lot of different deals that we lost because we didn't know what to say. We didn't really know how to handle a certain situation. So when you're not cold calling and you're not marketing, I really think you should be practicing and learning about wholesaling. Okay, and the final thing is that, you know, I've heard this many times, and, you know, they say you need no money to start. I mean, I tried many times to do this without money, and it's certainly possible, but I'm telling you, it takes a lot of work. So there's a thing called driving for dollars that you can do. You can go around your city or your town, and you could just, you know, snap pictures of properties that look really beat up. You can go take those pictures back to your house, and you can go to a free service like True People Search and skip trace those houses. Skip trace means that you go ahead and reverse search that person. You just put in their address and it gives you the person's information and phone number, and you can hand dial every single number. So that's how you can do this for free. But I'm telling you, I mean, you really have to get really good on the phone to kind of shorten the gap, because if you're gonna learn with those leads, believe me, I mean, either they're getting a lot of calls already or they don't want to hear you because you just don't know how to talk. Within 30 to 60 days, I really recommend just driving for dollars, you know, and just getting properties written down on a piece of paper, going ahead and go back home, search those properties up, cold every single person, and try to get leads. Follow up until you close. If you have some type of budget and you can actually go ahead and, you know, get the right softwares for cold calling and also get the right CRM, I would really recommend to go out there and do it. It's not, you know, like I said, I try to find many ways to do this business for free, and it's doable, like I just told you guys, but it's gonna take you double, maybe triple, quadruple the time to close the deal. Unless you find a low hanging fruit, which is, like I said, you know, it's just, they're out there, they're just, you know, once in a blue moon you can find those. I mean, if I had to start from the beginning of this year when I started the business, I would definitely seek out for the right help. I mean, I think we could have got a lot further if we, you know, had scripts given to us. We kind of made our own scripts and we kind of figure our own thing out. And you know, obviously it kind of worked out because we made almost $120,000 for the year in profits. But you know, I mean, it took us a lot of hard work and a lot of time. And hard work is, you know, most of the time hard work is not the answer. So this year, what we're going to be looking to expand. We're going to be looking to hire some cold callers. We're going to be looking to maybe get an office, and we're going to be looking to, you know, grow the business and make sure that, you know, this year it doesn't really take that much time off our hands to operate a business that can potentially do 7-8 figures, you know? So there's a lot of money into the business. I don't want to discourage you, but it takes time, it takes effort, and it takes a lot of dedication if you're actually looking to make some real money. So with all that being said, if you guys enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up. Like I said, subscribe if you're new. And you know, like I said, I don't want to discourage you. There's a lot of money into the business. So go out there, you know, search a lot of videos, you know, learn a lot of stuff. And once you learn everything, go ahead and take action, you know, take action and then get it popping. You know? Yeah, if you guys find this video entertaining, let me know down below and I'll make more videos like this one. And yeah, man, I mean, hopefully you guys had a good time here. Happy New Year's, and I'll see you guys later.